Hey, what's going on? It's yours truly, Kevin Key Speaks. And what am I going to talk about today? How about life in the whole? You know, it's interesting when we talk about the whole because most people instantly go to, that's a bad place to be in. I never want to be in the hole, and I want to make sure at all costs I can prevent going into the hole, right? And that sounds great on the surface, but you get some interesting benefits from being in the hole. Failure is a great teacher. And the thing about failure, it typically lands you in the hole. But from the hole, there's a unique perspective that you gain. I think about this LED stuff, right? I was in the hole when this wall fell. And at that point, I had a decision to make. Am I just going to keep licking my wounds, or am I going to assess the situation and assign the proper response? That's what most people miss. It's not about we don't have tragedy. It's about, can we assess the situation and assign the effective response, right? The effective response is, let me see what actually happened first. Is it as bad as what I think it is? And what I find out is most things are not as bad as what we think they are. And that's the case with the hole. The hole is not as bad as you think you are, or the hole is not as bad as you think it is. To me, it's a place of transition, reflection. What happened? What could I do differently? But also, it's a transition, right? Because the whole point is not to stay in the hole, it's to transition through the hole. And I find that there are certain things you just can't access without going in the hole. Now, it's natural to fear the unknown because that's the other thing that goes with the hole is the unknown. We don't know how long we're going to be there. We don't know how much energy it's going to take to get out. And there's the fear that we will never get out. So the question comes in, are you trying to innovate or are you trying to maintain? If you're trying to innovate, then you're going to have to go in the hole. You're going to have to take some risk. I think about SpaceX as they were trying to land the rockets, right? And they blew up a few of them. But without a setback, there's no progress. And whenever you want to progress into something that is a different level, you got to expect the setbacks. And guess where the setbacks are going to land you? In the hole. Because success costs something. And if you're not willing to pay up anything, then you're not going to get anything. You're going to have to go in the hole, people. And I encourage you to join me. As my friend tells me all the time, okay, you stay in the hole. You got a cot in the hole. You just kind of live there. And the reason why is because I want to be on the innovative edge. I don't want to sit back and have anything left on the field. I want to know that I put it all out there to make it happen. And going in the hole is where it's at. Now, I'm not telling you to just be unwise and be foolish and just throw your money away and get debt ridden or any of that. Of course, you've got to exercise wisdom with being in the hole. But I will say, I don't think that everybody's putting everything into it that they can to be all that they can be. It's just a question, y'all. What does your life look like? Are you always playing it safe? Or are you willing to go in the hole on some things? Are you willing to go all in on some things? Are you willing to risk some things? That's the question. If not, stay out of the hole. But if you are, join me sometime. Life in the hole. It's got benefits sometimes. But that doesn't mean that it's always sunshine. Yours truly, Kevin Key Speaks, and I will see you on the next one. KevinKeySpeaks.com.